Howdy y'all, I'm Anna with Always Right, and in today's writing vlog, we're gonna have an orange witchy glow going on here, as you see, but we're gonna be planning out the rest of the month. Normally, I set goals like at the beginning of my month, and it's very satisfying. I'm able to keep track of them. However, this month for March, I have had issues like focusing on my goals. I just get really scatterbrained, and it's affected like my writing schedule as well as my annual plans. So I wanted to fix that. Today's video is all about just sitting down. I have some note cards. They're literally like index cards that you use to learn vocabulary terms, a pen, and I have Watership Down as like my writing board, if you will. So normally when I plan out my goals for the month, I will simply write down like read a book, read 3 books, that's the amount of detailing I go into. However, with this month, I feel like I really need to go into specifics. We're gonna go into more specific-y kind of stuff, and I'm actually gonna write down like the books I want to read, the things I want to accomplish at work. It's going to be more specific, but just remember, it is almost never too late to plan out your month. If it's like February 28th, bad news. So I have found that sitting down with like a pen, a paper, and like the mindset to write down my goals for the month and no other distractions, no phone, no computer, really helps me kind of refocus myself, because that's the biggest issue I have, is I just get really scattered and I just start trying to do everything, and as a result I get nothing done. So we're going to write down monthly goals, baby. That also doesn't help that we are like at the anniversary of the 2-week quarantine. Ooh woo. Anyway, I have 3 books that I am essentially halfway through, each one of them, and I want to finish them. And I know I can finish them in March, but I am going to write them down explicitly on my paper with like the title of the book. That way I know, like in my memory banks, like, So, first, I want to read Truth Witch. Pretty sure I'm like 62% through that. I want to read American Dirt. I'm doing the audiobook for American Dirt, and I know that I am 72% through with it, so it's not like a big push. And then I want to read Outlawed. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. I'm pretty sure it's past tense, it's not just outlaw. I officially have the 3 books that I want to read for the month written down. So these are my monthly goals. These are the things we're gonna do this month. Period. End of the story. Next, I need to clean out my R property. I kind of want to focus more on this, on like my free time stuff, like my gardening, my jigsaw puzzles, my writing, of course, my reading. So I will just put the 1 cleanup on the R property on this card. That way it's like, hey, like make sure you do this. So the other work I have is remove C paneling. So I'm just going to put those 2 things on here because these are 2 things that I've been meaning to do. And it's like at the peripheral of my goals, of my work mind, my work list. By putting it down on this piece of paper, I will have a constant reminder, and it will be a like tangible goal that I can see. So for writing is a big thing. I have really still been going back and forth on whether to continue Feathers, the second draft, or to just like plunge face first into Ashes. I didn't have any problems last week writing for Feathers, so I think I'm going to continue and put that down as a goal. I'm literally just gonna put on my to-do list is to rewrite up to chapter 5, which is literally just like a decent week of writing. I just need to restart my writing habits. my writing habit just escaped out like the front door that is like work and holidays and distractions. So I'm trying to corral that back into my life. So those are my two writing habits to add onto my work and my reading habits. Next up on my like major list is like my gardening. So it is March, spoilers, that's, I know, surprise for me too. I was just like, why? When I had to go through my house and change all my calendars. Anyway, it's March. I have to prepare my garden beds. I had a lot of plants that keeled over when I had the C virus, if you will, the C19 virus, because I was watering them, I was trying to establish them, and I was on my ass for 6 full weeks, couldn't get out there, didn't have the energy to go out and actually take care of them like I had been, so that was a shock for them, and they just kind of keeled over. And then we had that big freeze in Texas, and it did not do me any favors. My peonies did survive, which I'm just like, thank God. But a lot of my other plants aren't too happy. I also have one bed that got out of hand, so we're gonna add to our list to finish putting out mulch, which I think I have 5 bags left, which is nothing. I did 15 in one day. Kids don't do 15 in one day. It's hard, and I was exhausted. But yeah, I only have 5 bags left, which shouldn't be hard to put out at all. Then I should be getting some bulbs in, but I have a north bed, that's what I always refer to it as, that I need to clear out. So I'm just gonna add on here, clear out north bed. It just has weeds in it. Fun fact about gardening, buy mulch right now. If you're doing like flower beds, buy mulch. It will save you so much time with weeding. So the next thing would be to put out the bulbs. That should be coming in like in the next 2 weeks or something. I don't know. They're like, hey, we'll ship it, sure, between like this time period and then 2 months from that time period. And I'm like, thanks. But we will do that. I just needed to kind of refocus my mind with a checklist, and so thank y'all for watching. I know this isn't the most enthralling video. Now that I have a direction with these goals, I feel like I can build up the momentum and I can accomplish them. And yes, this is a shit ton of goals for me. Normally my goals is like read 3 books. Like it's very minimalistic. It's very kind of quantifiable. It's not so specific. I guess one other goal I would add on to this, come here Watership, we're adding one more, come on. I want to establish a routine at work. If you didn't know, I work from home and my boss works from home, and there's only like the 2 of us in our entire nonprofit. And so it's very easy for us to just work past our like 5 o'clock, so we're not really a 9 to 5. Because trust me, I've seen the really cute videos that people have done. Oh, they're so cute, where they're like, here's my work day. And I'm just like, I don't know how many houses I'm going to. I don't know what problems I'm dealing with. I don't know what I'm doing. So I want to at least establish a work routine in a sense that I have work hours and then I'm firm with those work hours. I've really let that slip, of course, like the last month, like I've said, with everything else in my life, as you can see. I seriously want to establish a work routine so that when it hits 5 or 5:30 or whatever time I decide my day is done, that my day is done. And that I can get back into writing and I can reestablish my writing routine. I want to get my life a little more organized, because I saw like literally just a graphic today and it was like 8 hours of work, 8 hours of leisure, and then 8 hours of sleep, 5 days a week. And I was like, shit. Like I forgot, and I know it sounds lame, but I forgot that we have 8 hours in theory that we're supposed to be able to do recreational stuff like write, like eat and stuff like that. So it was just kind of a kick in the pants and a nice reminder to try to aim for more work-life balance and to separate my work from my life. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you so much for subscribing. Let me know if y'all kind of needed this jostle, this little aggressive shake from reality because of the quarantine and just the weirdness of this last 12 months. But thank you all so much for watching again. Thank you for subscribing, liking, commenting. It means the world to me, and hope to see y'all in the next one. I got a plan, guys. Let's go. And as always, let's get writing.